Hi, ladies and gentlemen. It is Monday, September 28th. And today we're going to try something a little different. You still need to do bell work. It's in Teams. Go do your bell work. Okay. Then what you're going to do today is you'll need a piece of paper. You can do it front and back. Now, if you have a poster board, you're welcome to use a poster board. I'm not going to limit you to that, but you really just need a piece of paper. And what you're going to do is you're going to put all kinds of stuff on this piece of paper. And like I said, if you need to use the back, use the back. I'm going to show you where all the information that you have to put on this poster, okay? If you look right here, it says Wave Review, Monday. And what you're going to do, you're going to have to email us the picture of the poster, okay? So you can take a picture with your computer, with your phone, and email it to us, okay? It says be creative. If you'd like to send a video of the cutout of the picture, that's fine. You can always just send us a picture. These are the things you're going to have to write on the poster. You're going to have to draw and label the parts of a wave: the crest, the trough, the wavelength, the amplitude, the equilibrium. If you don't remember those, you'll have to go back to your notes. Hopefully you took notes on the PowerPoints. If not, you're going to have to go back and find that PowerPoint from 2 weeks ago that we labeled all these things. Your book is always also a good resource, okay? Your book has all this labeled in Chapter 3. You're going to have to tell us the difference between electromagnetic and mechanical waves, okay? Give examples of electromagnetic waves, give example of mechanical waves. Again, we had you take notes on these on the PowerPoints, okay? This was last week we did electromagnetic and mechanical waves, okay? Tell the difference between a transverse and longitudinal wave, okay? We did this on the week that we did number 1, so that's 2 weeks ago. Well, yes, 2 weeks ago. Transverse and longitudinal waves, and give examples like what type of things are transverse waves, what type of things are longitudinal waves, like sound, light, things like that. You have to tell me which one is which, okay? You have to draw a high frequency and a low frequency and label which one's which. Explain how wavelength relates to frequency, okay? So if you change your wavelength, like the wavelength shortens, what happens to frequency? What happens to the frequency if wavelength lengthens? So these two things, wavelength and frequency, are related, okay? You can either draw pictures or you can write words. We're not limiting you. You can be creative, okay? And then it says, you can read it, if the wavelength gets longer, what happens to frequency, okay? You also need to tell me about high pitch and low pitch. Which one of these waves, high frequency or low frequency, is high pitch? Which one's low pitch? Okay. What you have to do is you'll have to go back to our notes, because I explained to you, if you change the frequency, you change the pitch. Okay, I need to know which one is which. You also need to draw analog and digital. This was this past week, okay, where you had to draw the analog wave, the digital wave. It was on a worksheet. It's also on the PowerPoint from Tuesday, okay? You got to give examples of what would be digital versus analog. You also need to write down these formulas. You can find them in your textbook, okay? Chapter 3 is waves. You have to list the 7 kinds of electromagnetic waves and give one example for each wave. That is for like radio waves. What uses radio waves? That's the one where we listed all 7 of them and we told examples. So you have to be creative and come up with a pretty cool poster, and like I said, it's on a piece of paper. You don't need a poster board. You can do it front and back on the piece of paper. Basically, this is everything you need to know about waves. Everything you need to know about waves. The only thing that's not listed on here, and I'm going to tell you on the video because I'm going to kind of see who is watching and isn't watching my videos. What I need you also to put on there is amplitude. So what does amplitude, if it has a bigger amplitude, so a wave have a bigger amplitude, how does that affect the sound? So if you put that amplitude part on there, then I'm going to give you some extra credit because you actually watched my video and you listened to what I said, okay? So when you get this done, what you're going to do is email us, okay? And I'm going to type on here my email for Conley, CONLEYT, at, RC Schools, I can't spell schools today, .net, and then Miss House's is house, house JA at rcschools.net, okay? That way you can email us the picture, okay? So again, you're creating a piece of paper, it could be front and back, and you put all this stuff on here. And again, if you give me the part about the amplitude, I'll give you some extra credit, all right? All right, have a good day. See you on Tuesday.